Stream is up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome to this episode of Close to Carnivore. And we're going to talk about the Portage Lakes Triathlon. Little update on the training as well. It's the beginning of September 2022. And we're going to talk about the month of August, which went incredibly well. Let's take a peek at it real quick. I have to say, since I've started cycling slash triathlon, I've never had a month turn out this well as far as my training goes. Out of the entire month, I believe I've only missed 3 days. The volume was decent. Everything went well all the way up until this last week. Let me explain what happened. Let's switch back to main. So here's what happened. Early in the month of August, actually it would have been the first week of August. I had been swimming at the rec center, and they'd been doing some construction there for quite a while, but they did open up the lap pool. I started swimming there, I believe it was the second week of May. I show up one day to swim, and the pool is closed indefinitely due to an equipment failure. So I go over to the Y, get a membership there. I start swimming there, and apparently both the rec center and the Y closed the same week for maintenance, and it just happened to be the last week of August. So if we look at the calendar again, the last time I was in a pool to swim was on the 25th. And that sort of makes me paranoid. I've been cycling, running. I've been running a lot, getting ready for the marathon. And the whole swimming debacle kind of has me nervous. I've replaced it with weight training that is very similar to the movements of swimming, and I'm hoping that will be enough. I'm pretty sure it will. What I've learned this summer is if you want to be a faster swimmer, it has nothing to do with how hard you're trying. It is almost, I'm going to say 95 to 98% technique. So that's what I've been working on, especially in August. The volume was there, but the days that weren't my long swims was heavily focused on technique, and bilateral breathing. It's odd, and I think it has something to do with my occupation. How I turn my head to the right is a lot different than how I turn my head left. So some small hurdles. I think that September 11th is going to go well. A little nervous about the swim, but the biking and the running. I believe I did my first 35-mile ride, 6-mile run. I want to say I'd done it at the end of June, maybe the beginning of July. Those distances aren't, they don't raise any flags with me. I mean, I could have done both of those before training. I would have hurt the next day, but they're not distances that are large as far as those sports go. But the 1,500-meter swim, especially when you're coming from a non-swimming background, a little bit different. Anyway, that's what we have for this episode. We are starting our taper week, which is odd because, and this is where things are getting a little more complicated, is I'm tapering for the triathlon, but I'm still building towards the marathon. I have no idea how to do that the right way. I'm doing it the way that seems like it should work. But we're going to know here this month. It is the month that counts, for lack of better words. Knock on wood, other than a little bit of pain in my left ankle from time to time. Um, I'm injury free, and this is new for me. Usually I'm working around something, whether it be in my back or a shoulder. Um, those are the common ones. With cycling, once you get a riding position down, unless you wreck, generally you're pretty close. But that's what we have for this episode. I think I'm gonna do some type, maybe like a day of type thing where I take little bits, random clips, because there's gonna be too much going on for me to actually turn the camera on and put any type of conscious effort into like a vlog for the day. But that being said, today is the 5th. The triathlon is the 11th. We are 6 days out, and we are in taper mode. And again, I feel good. Um, I will post, I do think, shortly after that triathlon when I get home, while everything's fresh in my wheelhouse, I'm going to go live and give some type of race recap as well. But that's where we're at. Again, if you happen to be in the Stark County, Summit County area in Ohio, it's at the Portage Lakes. I do believe you can sign up this week. They're doing the different levels as well. You can do the sprint, you can do a duathlon, you can do super sprint. Um, Everything is pretty much on par for other events. And like I said, I don't think the registration is closed. I do believe you can do that up until maybe a couple days before the race. But that is a wrap. Nutrition is good. I did start incorporating carbs once I passed the 3 hour mark. Um, I think the game plan is going to be I'm going to do a honey stinger at the end of the ride, depending on how much time has passed. The amount of time I spend in the water is going to determine when I add that gel. I don't know. I can't see me taking more than 4 hours to, other than maybe a mechanical on the bike. I can't see it taking more than 4 hours. But I don't see me getting done in less than 2:45 either. So I'm going to be right on that 3 hour mark. So that's the game plan as far as the nutrition goes. And my weight, I'm down to like 182. I don't think I'm going to hit 178. But as far as how I feel, I don't think that 4 pounds would be a deal breaker either. So that's what we have, and that's what we're going with. I'm going to do a week prior video when it comes to the Akron Marathon as well. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, stay sharp, keep a tight shot, group, rock on. Peace.